So they need to stop playing. They really need to stop playing, son. Like, why they playing with you, bro? My son be spitting facts, nothing but facts, man. Honestly. You know what we say to that?
That is a fact, I got the moves. Double my women, they coming in twos. So many wins, I forgot how to lose. The way that I'm blunt, got them calling me rude. These niggas cap, I'm not in the mood. Went from the bottom up to most improved. Fake niggas round me, had to get them removed. No Nike on me, but bitch, I'm improved. I'm in the trap, got 6 different rooms. Shitting on niggas, don't need a bathroom. I been dropping bangers, that shit is not new. Never been to Atlanta, you can tell I'm influenced. They checking my grammar to see if I'm fluent. No, they don't follow, they see all my movements. Shorty, she swallow, she a good student. My stomach on hollow, I need to put food in. Cause my niggas in. They busy talking on nothing about us. They don't know shit or they know us without us. I'm just gonna stack all my racks on the counter. They can't get in Swaggy calling the bouncer. They just be talking that shit like announcers. Yeah, that's my bitch, what about her? She out of my league, they like, how did I get her? That is a fact, I got the moves. Double my women, they coming in twos. So many wins, I forgot how to lose. The way that I'm blunt, got them calling me rude. These niggas cap, I'm not in the mood. Went from the bottom up to most improved. Fake niggas round me, had to get them removed. No Nike on me, but bitch, I'm improved. Choosing my ride, depends on my mood. I'm swerving a photo, driving a coupe. I do not load it, I get to the loop. I fuck on your daughter and bang on your boo. I'm not a waiter, I'm me and your food. Call me a ceiling, my drip is on pool. I'm spreading the knowledge like you was in school. Your bitch gave me knowledge, she suck on the tool. I pass to assist like alley-oops. I'm holding it down for the ones in my group. I'm pouring like April, but you was the fool. I'm sticky like maple, put syrup and juice. My boss, you can't take it, you calling the truth. I'm draining your energy, I need the boost. I came out of nothing, so what's your excuse? I'm bringing back Swaggy, don't get it confused. That is a fact, I got the moves. Double my women, they coming in twos. So many wins, I forgot how to lose. The way that I'm blunt, got them calling me rude. These niggas cap, I'm not in the mood. Went from the bottom up to most improved. Fake niggas round me, had to get them removed. No Nike on me, but bitch, I'm improved. That is a fact. That is a fact.
You are now listening to Brooklyn Basement Podcast.
Yo. It's your boy, M.I.L.L.X. Y'all know spelling, motherfuckers. That's Mills. You already know. Right here to my left, we have the one and the only. I'm from New York.
Yankees on my. I don't got the hat on right now, but
Where's the hat, doggy?
I don't got the hat on right now,
Wow,
man.
you don't even got the hat on? But it's Swaggy Jo.
Yeah. What's up? What's going on?
But you know, it is what it is. You say you from the floors?
I'm from Flossy Canarsie. Yeah, 80s.
You know, back in the day, Canarsie was not popping.
You said it wasn't popping?
Was not popping.
Damn. Word?
Back, you know, that was probably before your time. You know what I'm saying? But you know, in my time it wasn't popping. But you know, y'all definitely are shedding light on Canarsie. And I really respect that, and I love that. You know what I'm saying? I'm loving to see Brooklyn, especially this side of Brooklyn, because when I was younger, it was just a style. Yeah. You thought of Brooklyn, you thought of Bedford Stuyvesant. But now, you know, we have Flatbush, East Flatbush, and Canarsie. You know, we definitely shedding the light on things, and it's a beautiful thing. Yeah. So to see you coming up, and we got you as our intro, that's a big thing.
Appreciate that, man.
You know? So, here on Brooklyn Basement, we do shout outs and middle fingers. Is there anybody that you would like to shout out? We'll do shout outs first. Who do you would like to shout out?
I want to shout out my boy Jordan, Dixon Knight. We got a brand together, House for NYC. I want to shout out my boy Ogo. I want to shout out my boy Timmy. Those are my 3 brand mates that I work with. And this is actually our hoodie right here, where we got the Brooklyn Bridge. We got a bunch of Brooklyn monuments. We got Brooklyn Dodgers logo, Jackie Robinson. We got the play on the MLB series. We got Leaving Brooklyn. If you ever been on the Belt Parkway, you're going to see the Leaving Brooklyn. Don't forget about it. Then we got Coney Island. And on the back, we got Spread Love is a Brooklyn Way. You can find this hoodie on shopmarwa.com, or you can go on Instagram and go on Prosper NYC, and you'll find a bunch of links and like videos that just shows this hoodie. And it's just a tribute to Brooklyn itself. Because we from Brooklyn, we want to give back to Brooklyn in a way. So that's why we have a bunch of like products that just is like a poem to like Brooklyn and growing up in Brooklyn.
That's what's up. That's fire. We might have to put Brooklyn Basement, put our logo somewhere on that.
We got some space. Yeah, we got some space.
Put it somewhere,
We got some space, definitely.
We can definitely collaborate on that. That's a $5. How much?
We selling these for 100 right now.
100?
Yeah.
I got you. We definitely gonna buy Brooklyn
Appreciate
Basement.
you.
Are we in here? We gonna buy a hoodie?
Oh yeah, let's go.
Yeah, we put it on Dre's tab, you know what I'm saying? But that's fine. All right.
Appreciate you.
Right now we're going like doom doom doom. Middle fingers.
Middle fingers.
Who are your ops?
All right. 5-day work weekends. 5-day work weeks. Why are we working 5 days a week with only 2 days off?
That's a fact.
That's a big middle finger. Like, I need my time to do what I got to do on the side. But they got 5 days, 8 hours a day. And then sometimes you got a break. So that's 9 hours of your day somewhere. Like, 5-day work weeks. Like, change it to like 3 or 4 or something. Like, for real.
So, yeah. So, that was the middle finger. 5-day work weeks. We don't want no more of that. You know what I mean? Canarsie, okay.
Yeah, Flossy.
What's your background?
Like, where I'm from, where my family from.
Where your family from?
So my family from Jamaica,
Okay. Gunshots, please.
Our family from St. Anne's, Jamaica, man. Actually, my mom is there right now, so shout out to her.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm Jamaican too.
Jamaican too, yeah. Let's get it.
That's why the connection. I felt it.
Yeah.
I felt the connection. All right. So, do you have a musical background? Like, how do you start music?
So when I was younger, like me and my bros used to always go on YouTube, type in instrumentals and just rap. We would get high and just rap and just spit or freestyle or whatever. And I would like make songs and people would be like, yo, that song's whack, bro. I'm like, nah, bro, you not a rapper or whatever when I was growing up. Mm-hmm. So in college, I had went through a very tough situation in college and it forced me to find an outlet. So it's like, I know I like to talk a lot. I know I like to like be creative. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just actually try music. So one day I downloaded GarageBand on my phone. Okay. And I had a Beats mic and I just rapped and I heard my voice with auto-tune for the first time, bro. And I'm like, yo, I think I'm real. I'm like, I'm nice. Like, hold on, let me see if I got something here. So I ended up dropping that song on SoundCloud and promoting it on Snapchat. People was like, yo, bro, you gotta go forward with this. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. Ever since that day, that was June 15th, 2017. Ever since that day, I've been going hard with this music, for real.
That's cool. That's cool. So with music, so you started rapping. At this point in time, do you write? You write or you stop writing? Because I know with rappers, they start writing and they say, I'm going to stop writing.
So I don't write as often anymore. I literally just go to the studio and spit line for line.
What's the process?
So before, when I used to write, I would literally like download a beat off YouTube and just like go on my notes and write out the whole song and try to remember the flow for the studio. But I realized when I actually go to the studio, that energy is present as there as well. So I like to like get a flow or whatever and then go to the studio and actually do the song like and write it as I'm going in the studio. So it's like I'm not really writing down the whole song. I'm going like line by line and getting my flow and the energy up. And I started doing that because I had did a tape with my bro Bando. So shout out my boy Bando. We did a tape called Secret Revenge. And literally we freestyled that whole tape. We went to the studio, found beats in the studio, and just did the songs there instead of writing.
Yeah. How was your mind? Like, as far as like, cause like, do you feel like you're just thinking about music all day long? Like you be at work or something like, and you're just always thinking like, let me jot a line down. Like, is your mind always focused on like lyrics or beats, or how does your mind work?
So I used to be like that. Like when I was in college, when I first started, I used to always be thinking about music like, yo, that's a bar. Let me write that down. Let me do that. But nowadays, I literally just listen to beats all day and I'll be like, yo, could this be a popping song? Or like, yo, could this go hard? Or could I find a good flow with that mesh well with this? So it's like, I'm not necessarily thinking about it at all times. But like in my mornings, like in my commutes to work, I'm constantly like listening to beats and writing down ideas and things now. That's how I like come up with my songs nowadays.
You know what I always want to ask? Like, so like, let's say you get a big feature, right? Yeah. And then, let's say, who's your favorite artist?
Right now, I'm bumping Jay Critch crazy right now.
All right, let's say Jay Critch, my fault. Jake Rich, you know, Brooklyn, you know, he hits you, he's like, yo, Swag, I need you on that song. And now he gives it to you. What do you like? What is your first thoughts, your first moment? Like, what are you gonna do? Like, how are you going to attack that beat or attack the song? First of all, I'm like, this gonna have to be my best verse ever. Cause I'm thinking like this gonna be the first verse that probably mainstream people gonna really be like, yo, me hear this. Mm-hmm. So my thought process, I'm probably gonna really just like write like 2, 3, 4 verses and just really take the best one. So like I'm gonna try to like be very, very like, now I'm not gonna say bold BS. Like I'm gonna really like talk something so that I could get the audience of people that want to hear lyrics, the audience of people that want to hear flows. Mm-hmm. So I'm probably gonna put my best work and my best foot effort if I were to get a big feature. Do you have like, who's your support system? Like who's the person that you, when if you making that, you make a song or you write something down, who's the person that you go to that's gonna give you like, you know, an honest opinion about like, this is trash, but this is hot. Like who's that person for you? So I got 2 people. One of them is in this room, my son Roofy. I'm gonna hear Roofy, I'm like, yo, bro, you think this is fire, you think this is baby? So I always like wanna make sure like, cause Roofy know my potential. He like, yo, I know Swaggy can hit this. So if I'm giving C-level work, he's gonna be like, nah, bro, you're gonna have to B or A. Like, we not going down to CDs. And my second shout out to my son Tay. My son Tay got a creative mind for music. Like, he writes R&B songs, he writes hip-hop songs, he listens to all types of music. So sometimes I would bring an idea to him and then he'd be like, oh, this is how we can make it better. Or this is what we could do to put it out there for a lot of people and different audiences to get into it. So like, those are the 2 people that I'll go to. That's what's up. So, have you ever wrote a song about a girl? Yeah, actually I have. I mean, yo, it's funny because I used to get this question a lot. Yeah. And every single time I used to get this question, I would feel my heart. This time I don't feel my heart no more because I think I'm over the situation. But I feel like I could talk about it more deeply now. Okay. So yes, I have wrote a song about a girl. Actually, the girl that got me into rapping, I wrote this song about her. The song's called Don't Go. And I dropped it in like March of 2018. And this was actually the first song that I dropped that everybody was like, yo, my son Swaggy Jo, like my son I think you got a mission here. Like this is a pathway for you. This is your sound. Yeah. So I remember how I wrote it too. It was December 2017. I went home for winter break. And like the girl I was talking to at the time, like we was on and off, but I really liked her. I really wanted to be serious with her, but she was just going through too many things, right? So she would like neglect me. She would just like do shit to me that wasn't right type shit. And I'll be like, yo, damn, like this shit that has hurting me. Like as a man, I'm a Cancer man, so you know that shit was there hurting me. Like, yeah. You know, shout out if you a Cancer, shout out to you, you know. But yeah. Yeah, shout out water signs. Yeah. But yeah, like I was hurt. Yo, funny thing about it, she's a Cancer too. Oh, so right. I'm like, yo, oh my God. It was just like, it was just wet. It was like literally, what's the best word I could put on? It was like a clash. It's like we couldn't go forward. It was just like we kept knocking heads. Yeah. So with her, basically we had stopped talking for like a couple months. She had told me like, nah, she can't do this year or whatever. So I wrote this song. I was just like, I heard the beat and I'm just like, don't go, baby, don't go. Like I'm literally like in my feelings, like shit. So then I went to the studio on Valentine's Day the next year. I was scared to record it because I was like, damn, like I'm not gonna lie, this song kind of sounds mad, like emotional and weak. So I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna record this. But then one day I got to the studio Valentine's Day, I was hurt. I'm like, damn, I don't got no girl. So I went to the studio that day and I performed the song and my engineer was like, yo, this is it, bro. This is it. Like, this is the song. So then I'm like, yo, when I recorded and I heard my voice, because that was actually the first time I actually like sang on a track. And I remember I sent it to a couple of my friends, sent it to my mom. They was like, yo, this is a good song. You got to get this on the radio. And I dropped it March 23rd, 2018. And from that day on, everybody was like, yo, bro, you got to go serious with it. You got to go hard with this. So yeah, Don't Go. And we got a remix out with my boy Roofy and Haitian Flock. That shit go crazy too. So yo, y'all tune into Don't Go by Swaggy Jo. Let's get it. Do you doubt yourself a lot? Because like you said, like you was in the studio and you was like, you thought it was fire, but then you was like, it kind of sounds like soft. Like, do you doubt yourself? Yo, bro, all the time. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like,
confidence and doubt do not go together. Like people could be super confident in themselves and still doubt themselves. Like it's not a correlation between the two. Because I'm very confident in my craft and my art, but sometimes I doubt if it's good enough, or is this the right path that I gotta take, or is this the right direction I gotta go in. So I don't necessarily doubt myself. I just doubt, like, will this be the right moment to do this? So that's what I doubt.
So like your first time in the studio, how do you even get yourself in the studio to, like, you know, if you're, because no disrespect, like you doubt yourself, right?
Yeah.
And it's a human, you know, interaction. Everybody doubts themselves.
Yeah.
So how did you feel like the first time going to, like, Dad, I'm actually gonna do it. I'm actually gonna, you know, record myself. And
so the first time, all right, so I told you I recorded my first track on GarageBand in 2017 June.
Yeah.
When I went back from school, when I went back home that summer, my bro Jordan was like, yo, bro, we gonna get in the studio. We gonna get in the studio. We gonna get in the studio. We didn't get in the studio the whole summer. We was just talking. The week before I went back to school, he was like, yo, bro, we gonna get in the studio. We got in the studio and we did a song called That's My Vibe, or You're My Vibe, something like that. I forgot the name of the track at the moment. But once I heard my voice in that was the first time I was in an actual studio. I was like, yo, nah, Dad got the melodic sound. Like, I feel like people with Dad would be like, yo, this shit is catchy. Like, I feel like I could bump Swaggy Jo on a daily basis. So it's like when I first got in the studio and I just heard myself with the auto-tune and all of the things on, like the effects, I'm like, yeah, I got a direction with this. Let me just try this. Let me just keep going.
Brooklyn. So you from Brooklyn?
Yeah.
What's your favorite part of Brooklyn?
Canarsie. Canarsie gotta be my favorite part of Brooklyn.
Wow.
Because that's where I was born and raised. All my friends is from Canarsie.
What do you do in Canarsie?
So Canarsie is very funny because at the end of the day, like what we had that was monumental, we don't have anymore. So we used to have a movie theater on Avenue L, and I used to go there all the time. Like that was like clutch. Like even though I walk past it now, I'm like, yo, they gotta turn this into something. Like I can't see it here like this. Like they need to turn that shit back into like a movie theater or like a skating. It was a skating ring too. Like Canarsie is just full of monuments. Like now we got the Pop Smoke mural. Rest in peace to Pop Smoke. Shout out Pop Smoke.
Rest in peace.
We got the Pop Smoke mural. So we got a lot of tourists now that come in and visit Canarsie. We got Buildersea. We got Canarsie High School. We got South Shore. We got the McDonald's right there on 79th. We got the Chase Bank on Rockaway Parkway. We got Canarsie Pier. We got a Seaview Park. We got a bunch of things in Canarsie that makes Canarsie, honestly. And I feel like before like Pop Smoke and all of that, Canarsie wasn't really on the map. Like it was on the map. Like I remember Bentley Bugs was like, I put the Flossy on the map. I remember Bentley Bugs. Yo, shout out Bentley Bugs, man. Like I was like, yo, Canarsie is starting to make a name for himself. Like I feel like more and more people is starting to know what Canarsie is around the world. And Pop Smoke just solidified it. So it's like now, being from Canarsie, I'm proud. Like I've always been proud, but now I'm even more proud to really represent myself in my hood because of now that people are knowing of it. Yeah.
What are you gonna do to put your name on Canarsie?
So what I'm trying to stamp in Canarsie is that I'm a mental health guy. Like I'm a guy that I like to focus on the minds of individuals, and even through my music and through my art, I try to get into the minds of other people to let them know, like, yo, this is how life is, and this is what you can do to better your life, and this is what you could do to get through life. So my biggest plan in my life, aside from music, aside from my business, my clothing brand, is to talk to kids and younger kids, like between the ages of like 10 and 21, like younger kids to older young adults, and really tell them about the mental health struggles that you might go through and how to get through it. And I want to start in my neighborhood, Canarsie. Like once I go back to school and I get the credentials, I want to start right where I was born at, because I feel like I know my neighborhood and I know the struggles I went through growing up in this neighborhood and even on other parts around Brooklyn. So I feel like if I could start where I'm familiar with, it will make me more comfortable quicker so that I could move faster and I could expand throughout the whole state, then the whole country, and just make a name for myself and my family and people.
So you want to start with like probably like mental health centers or something like that?
Yeah, and like even like I'm not even gonna lie, even in schools, because I feel like they don't talk about mental health like that in schools. They just think like mental health is, oh, you sick, your mental health, you need to go to a therapist, or you gonna get over it, or you gonna get through it. But it's like, yo, life starts here and then it's here. Like it doesn't start in the physical realm. Like it starts in your head, because you could look at this lamp and I could be like, oh, that's a cool lamp. But somebody else could look at this lamp and be like, this lamp remind me of my grandma. and it makes me feel good. So it's like, it's all here. Like life is really all here. So why don't we focus on here so that more people could do better physically? And that's why I feel like that's a problem nowadays.
No, definitely. At what age? Like what would you want to start this program?
At what age? Yeah. Honestly,
what grade?
So
go that far.
I want to start it in 2nd grade because I actually deal with anxiety myself, and I deal with like mental health issues myself, and I feel like I started realizing that I was having mental health problems when I was like 6, 7 years old. So I want to start, like, even though it could start from young, I want to start there. My target is like 6, 7 years old all the way into like 21, 22, 23.
Okay, how do you deal with your anxiety?
So to cope with my anxiety, my mom used to always tell me to accept it. So if I feel anxious, I'm having anxiety, tell yourself, you're having an anxiety attack. You feel you're okay. You're going to get through this, and just give yourself a little pep talk, because sometimes with anxiety, you get like a sense of impending doom when in actuality it's not. So you're trying to find an escape. Like for example, let's say you're on a train or you're on a bus or you're on a car and you can't leave right away. You get anxiety because you're like, damn, if I have anxiety attack, like I'm gonna embarrass myself, like things like that. If I have a panic attack, I'm gonna fall out or whatever. You start thinking all these negative thoughts, but the best thing to do is try to get your mind in a space. So it's like, what I do, I talk to myself. I like to read books. I like to distract myself and reassure myself mentally. So instead of taking the like medication and the pills route, because sometimes some people have to do that because it gets really, really bad. But for me, I'm able to control it without all of that.
What's your take on taking pills? Because it seems like, especially in music, like, pill taking is, I think mental health is a big issue in music. And I think it could be because people are really going through things.
Yeah.
So it's like an escape route. And it may sound like it's fun and all, like popping pills and whatever, but I feel like there is something really going on in the inner cities. So honestly, what is your take on taking pills?
I agree with that. I feel like a lot of artists be crying out for help, and people just be like, even for Roddy Ricch, for example, like he's that person I noticed lately. Like he put out a song and he got bad reviews, deleted his Instagram. He posted a video doing 150 miles per hour in his car. It's like people be going through things. Just because people got money and you think they got it made, you think they live in lit, you might think that they're good. But sometimes people don't get it, that because you're living at a high level in life, you start getting guilty that you still feel like, I'm nothing, or I'm garbage. Because when I'm not gonna lie, like when you like somebody that don't really got it like that, you're not gonna really put the pressures on yourself to get it, because you're gonna be like, I don't really got it anyway. But if you're big and you still feel like you're nothing, you're gonna be like, what is more to life? So people don't realize like that might really mess up somebody that's a celebrity or somebody higher up's mental health. And they go through this, they're still human beings too. They might have more money than us, but they still human beings. So that's why they probably doing all these drugs and talking about all these drugs and overdosing and all of that. And you be like, they're ungrateful. Nah, they're not ungrateful. Mental health has it's not one person. It's like literally could be anybody that could have an issue. And I feel like we just need to get into the ignorant and simple-minded people's minds and let them know, like, you need to be more aware of these disadvantages that a lot of people go through. It's not only about you. Because what if you have a kid that has a mental health issue? You're not going to know how to deal with it. Like, you need to learn from now. They need to start teaching this in schools. And I feel like if rappers want to rap about killing other people and all of that, why not have a rapper that actually raps about like, mental health and like advocates for that? Like maybe somebody could honestly look into them and be like, I'm gonna start. My friend is going through something. Let me check on him. Let me get rid of the stigma. Yeah.
So what's your take, we talk about rappers talking about killing each other. What's your take on drill music? Because I realize that you don't really do a lot of drill, music and everything. So why is that?
Keep it a buck. I don't like drill at all. I feel like the beats is fire. And like,
you don't like drill.
I respect drill and I get it. Like I fuck with drill. But the reason I don't do drill because I just feel like this is the wrong message behind it. Like you listen to a drill track, people feel like they got to talk about killing and getting money and drugs. And I mean, we talk about that in all our music. But in drill, it's more like, it's aggressive. So it makes you feel like, when I listen to drill music and I'm with my bros and stuff, it makes me want to do shit. Like, I get it. Like, people want to bump drill before they go to a party so they can get their energy up. And I get it. But it's gotten out of hand. Like, you really see all these artists dying from gunshots and all of this type of shit going on. It's just like, I fuck with drill. and I fuck with the sound, but the message behind a lot of the drill, I don't fuck with that shit. So it's like I can't make a song about some shit I don't live.
So you saying, so could you take the beat and just flip it, like, you know, sing about what you want to sing? Because I always wondered, I'm like, okay, this is the sound, but like that's the sound, and it seemed like these lyrics always go with that sound.
Yeah.
Why don't artists flip it and like?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, if you listen to Star Studded with me and my boy Rufy, we kind of flipped it. Like, we didn't really rap about, yo, I'm gonna kill you. Like, you probably hear like a line or two or three, you know, just a filler. But it's like, yo, you're not gonna really hear us talking about pop in his house, shoot up his mom's. I'm like, yo, bro, what are you talking about?
Is that a bar?
Nah. But it's like, yo, what are you talking about, bro? Like, it's like that's negativity you feed into your mind every day. It's like, yo, how about you listen to some positive shit? Probably you gonna feel better about yourself. Yeah. Like, listen to some shit you relate to. You don't relate to, like, a lot of people bump drill. They don't relate to killing people. Like,
but you know what I think it is? I think it's the it's like if you hear something a lot, your mind starts to
gravitate.
Gravitate, but it tends to create those words.
Yeah, true.
So like, if you come with positive and you get played a lot, you're gonna see a lot of people gravitate to you. Their mind is gonna start to rap.
Switch. Yeah, now you're right though.
You know? So that's why I think with a lot of artists, they don't listen to music like outside of their music, because they end up, you know, gravitating, and their words start to form out the way that.
No, that's a fact though. It's a fact.
You know, a little jewel. You know, so you mentioned Rufy a lot.
Yeah.
What is your friendship with Rufy? So
I met my son Rufy in high school, freshman year of high school. Like, at first it was just like, you know, that's my son. I'll go to school every day. I see him. Yeah, that's my son. But eventually, like, after like I started getting into music and like I dropped Don't Go, I remember Rufy was one of the first people like to really hit me about it and be like, yo, like, this is it. I fuck with this song. Like, yo, when you get back, we gonna go to the studio. I've been trying to get into that shit too. So like, we should collaborate. Like, we should do something. So I remember when I got back in 2018, like, me and Dave started going to I keep saying Dave because I know him personally as Dave, but Rufy, we started going to the studio. Shout out my boy Don. That's Don. 41 Studios is the studio me and my son Rufy go to. So shout out my boy Don Smith. He make music too. Check him out.
Yeah.
But yo, we started going to Don's studio, and then we did a couple tracks together, and we was like, yo, we kind of got like a little mesh together. We got some chemistry. So like, Rufy started getting into his own shit now. So like, before he used to like do a song with me, and like we would just like be a collab. But then my son started getting into his own shit, started getting into his own sound. Then we started like literally just supporting each other in our own individual like music things. So like, for example, like, if he's doing a music video, I'll pop out support. If I'm doing the music, he pop out support. And then it's like, with this music grind, sometimes you need somebody with you, because sometimes you could literally, it's like, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes you wake up, you like, damn, I'm losing my faith in this shit. Like, I don't know if this shit is really gonna work. You need somebody there in your corner all the time to like push you. And I feel like Rufy has been that for me, and I've been that for him.
The support, everybody needs support, you know. But it's more, yeah. It's you, Rufy. What's the crew?
My son Flock. We got then 205 boys. Yeah, there's a lot of us. Yeah, it's on the come up. 205 boys. Watch out for us.
Yeah.
Promise
so you gravitated to Rufy. What happened to Flocko? Like,
now my son Flock. All right, so Flock is funny because Flock always been rapping. Like, even in high school, Flock would always freestyle. Him and Dave would always freestyle. And I never used to rap at all. Like, I would not say no words. I would not freestyle. I'll just listen to them rap and be like, yo, nah, they nice with it or whatever. And Flock used to do freestyles. Well, he still do freestyles, but not as often as he used to do. Back in 2015, I remember I used to record some of his freestyles, and I'm like, yo, bro, you nice, bro. You got to go crazy with this, bro. Yeah. And now it's like us starting to get Flock back into it, because Flock, you know, Flock doing his own things. So now it's like, we be like, yo, bro, pull up to the studio. Oh, hop on this track. Before it was like Flock like, yo, bro, he's doing his music shit. But now it's us trying to get him to get back to doing the music shit. So it's like, that's really the music world for you if you really think about it. Like,
yeah,
it's weird, bro, because it's just like, it's on and off sometimes with artists.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Who's the nicest?
Shit.
Be honest, bro. Be honest, man.
We all nice in our own separate ways. I'm not gonna lie. We all nice in our own separate ways.
Come on, man.
I'll say he's the most versatile.
See it, man.
I take that. I take that. Most versatile.
You want to throw it back to him or nah?
I say my song Roofie is the best with literally painting a story and a picture in a song. Okay. So like when I listen to Dave, like when I listen to Roofie, bro, for real. When I listen to Roofie, Dave Roofie, yeah. I know him as Dave, so it's like sometimes like
same person. You know,
when I listen to Roofie songs, it's like you catch the bars, you catch the flow, you catch everything, you catch the picture, you catch literally the metaphors, you catch the double entendre. It's like, yo, his songs keep you interested because you like, yo, what is he gonna say next? It's like it's a story. Yeah. And with Flock is good with the lyricism. Like Flock, you listen to Flock, you like, oh shit, this nigga really said that just now. Like, I'm like, nah, like we all specialize in our own thing. And I feel like, so I can't really measure us as like who's the best, whatever. Like I can't do that. So
Lil Birdie told me that you Captain Hook.
Captain Hook, yeah.
Captain Hook.
You know? Captain Hook.
So all right.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie.
So you the hook guy. So yeah. So you're Drake.
Yeah, I'm not a hooker though, but I'm the hook guy. I'm not a hooker though.
That's cool. How you come up with your hooks?
Yo, I literally listen to the beat and I try to like have the beat talk to me. Okay. So like when I listen to a beat, I literally sit there and say, yo, what is the beat trying to tell me? And I try to just hum out a couple words that flow with it. Mm-hmm. And then I bring the lyrics after. So I always get the flow first. So like even like with Toxicity, which we have out. When I was hearing Toxicity, I was like, no. Like I would literally do that and do it a couple times. And then I would get the lyrics and then I would get the everything else. Everything else will come after. So I literally get the flow first and then the lyrics. And then I don't know, I just got a catchy mindset. I listen to a lot of catchy shit. So it's like,
all right, so we about to play a beat. And we gonna see if you
play a beat.
See if you can hook to it. You know what I'm saying?
All right, yo.
Where the beat at?
Drop that.
Yeah, we're not ready.
Not ready? All right. I'm with it, yo. You know, I come up with my hooks quick. I'm not gonna lie. It take me like 5 to 10 minutes to create a hook.
So every rapper has drip. What's your drip? Where you get your drip from?
Like bad, like hard chips.
How would you describe your drip?
You said like my drip or my dread? Drip. Oh.
Swag.
So honestly,
I said it wrong. Dang, did I say it like an old person?
Nah. I heard you. So I would describe my drip as literally. I try to like in my photo shoots. I try to do shit that's like outside of the box. For example, like I got this earring in my left ear, and a lot of people be like, "Yo, bro, that's kind of feminine, bro." But I'm just like, yo, I look at it and I'm like, yo, you gotta understand that that's fashion. Like that's literally you can't be just straightforward. Like today, I'm not gonna lie, this is a typical fit. Blue match the blue shoes. Honestly, that's regular. Honestly, that's how a lot of men dress, black men dress. But I'm trying to like take it outside the box now, like moving forward in my career. Like I want to wear shit where it's like, yo, it's questionable, but not questionable to the point it's like, nah, you wildin'. But it's questionable to like, oh, my son's stepping out his comfort zone. Okay. So it's like, as I move as an artist, I want to start doing more photo shoots and video shoots. And you know how you see like these artists, like R&B artists, they be dressing like inside leather, or they be having like different type of chains, or they be doing different types of stylish pants. I want to start dressing like that. So I would describe my drip as a work in progress. So it's like, I'm Swaggy Jo, and I'm trying to live up to the name of Swaggy Jo. Swaggy Jo can't dress like a typical nigga. And that's how I'm looking at it. I'm like, yo, I was born in Canarsie, born in Brooklyn. Like we dress too typical. We dress alike. I want to dress different. So it's like, even with my clothing brand, it's like I'm giving back to Brooklyn, but we're going to start stepping it up a little. We're going to start doing shit that's controversial. And not controversial in a way of like, yo, the fuck is that? But it's going to be like, oh shit, I could get into that. Like, let me get out my comfort zone and wear that. So that's what I'm going to try to do. So I'll just describe it as a work in progress right now.
So it's kind of like your anxiety, like, you know, stepping outside of your anxiety.
Yeah.
You know, pushing against the norm.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
That's what's up.
It be the norm. Like people be too good, like comfortable. The goal is to get uncomfortable. And I think that's what a lot of people need to shift their focus and their mind on.
But then being uncomfortable, then kind of still cozy though. Because, you know, being comfortable, being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You can say that.
Yeah, facts.
You know?
Yeah, that's a better saying. I like that saying. That shit.
I mean, you could take it. You know what I'm saying?
Being comfortable, being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I do have a question for you though.
Yeah.
Do you ever think you're gonna get a stylist?
Yes, I have one right now actually.
You have one?
Yeah. That's why I'm saying is my drip is a work in progress because he's gonna start styling me to start wearing things outside of what my norm is. So I'm having an open mind. So I'm gonna start I have a photo shoot booked for literally a week from today. So yeah, I'm switching it up, man.
Yeah, I mean,
it's gonna be different
too. You know what I'm saying?
For real?
Brooklyn Basement comes with the package. You know,
say that.
You know what I'm saying? We got you.
Say that.
Do we got a stylist too?
I mean, I guess
yeah.
stylist.
Yeah,
stylist.
Working.
Stylist, photographer.
Yeah.
She's a model.
Yeah.
Word?
Yeah. Oh, and she's a singer too. And
singer?
Background. Oh,
dancer?
Oh, I do dance.
Yeah.
Dance? All right.
I got you with your background dancers.
I ain't say that.
Yeah, he know dancers.
We got some connections out here, all right?
I mean,
I gotta get y'all got Instagram, right? I gotta get y'all gram after this.
I danced at Alvin Ailey for about 9 years.
Yeah, that's dope.
So, you know, we connected. But okay, we got your drip, got your fashion. What else? What's something that people don't know about you? Nobody.
Damn, I gotta dig deep. Nobody. You talking about not to this day?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That you want only Brooklyn Basement to know.
To this day.
I mean, your mother can know.
Shit, let me think about that. Hold on, give me like.
And you're not on Vlad, so don't incriminate yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
People don't know. I mean, I think people know this already, but people don't know that I'm super empathetic. Like,
really?
honestly, I feel like this quality of mine is not looked for a lot in men. I feel like they expect men to be like, yo, I gotta do this and that. I gotta stay on my grind. I can't really be an empathetic, nurturing person. But I feel like I'm very empathetic and nurturing, meaning that I really just want to see everybody around me win and be happy. And I feel like it's to the point where sometimes I might come off as I get angry with people because it's like, yo, I see your potential. Why you don't see your potential? So it's like I get mad with people for slacking and shit. And it might come off as like, yo, bro, you always bitching or you always like complaining about something. But it's like, yo, bro, I know you could be better. So I'm going to push you to be better. So you might get mad at me, but I feel like a lot of times I don't like to express myself or express that side of myself because I feel like it comes off as weak. And I feel like in this generation, a lot of the times people think that, oh, if you're a man, you got to be held to this certain type of standards. But nah, I really have emotional intelligence. And I feel like I need to be, as I get older, I want to let people know, like, yo, as a man, it's okay to be emotional, bro. Like, a lot of times, a lot of men hide their emotions and that leads them to doing fucked up shit. So it's like, yo, you could express your emotions, bro. Like, yeah, he might laugh at you or she might laugh at you or that person might clown you, but eventually you're going to be a happier individual because you're going to be more in depth and in tune with yourself and loving yourself. So I feel like people don't know that. I mean, people know I'm emotional and sensitive a little bit. Well, people don't know that I really, really like, yo, I'll be holding back. So even that when I come off as emotional, I'm way more emotional and sensitive than I actually come off as because I really care. And I feel like that's my downside, but it's also my upside.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to focus on trying to make like it mesh in a way. So like I'm not heavily emotional, but I'm also like, yo, I can handle my emotions, but I'm also intelligent enough to understand others' emotions.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you ever seen Boys on the Hood?
Yeah.
You remember the scene when with the dope boy when they were in the car and they about to do the drive-by?
Yeah.
And then what's the guy? One of the dudes, he's like, he didn't want to do it, so we hopped out the car. So you're that guy. How do you handle that situation?
Honestly, keep it a buck. If I was in the situation, it would be different. I wouldn't even got myself in that situation. But if I was in the situation, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a rider, bro.
You a rider?
Like, I'm a rider. Like, yo, if it's even death on the table, bro, at the end of the day, you got yourself this deep, yo, you better go with it. Because at the end of the day, that's your legacy. And I can't even live with something like that. If I would have like do that shit, like run off or like dip, I can't even live with myself after that. So I'm a rider.
That's cool. A1, son.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
You spoke about mental health, right?
Yeah.
And you spoke about schools. What schools did you attend?
What schools I attended?
Yeah.
So I went to PSU 76. That's a elementary school. Then I went to Buildersea right down the block. Then I went to Prospect Heights in Crown Heights. And then I went to Penn State University, which I graduated from. Thank you.
What did you get your degree in?
Earth Sciences.
Earth Sciences?
Yeah.
So you got a degree in Earth Sciences, right?
Yeah.
You are a rapper. Not only are you a rapper, you're an artist, you know, you're into mental health. How did this happen? Like going from Earth Science to becoming a rapper?
Yeah.
Pain and growth. I like, all right, so my biggest like mantra, I don't know if that's the right word for it, is rapper with a degree. So I'll go by rapper with a degree. So the reason I go by rapper with a degree is because I went to school to do this, but my life has led me to doing this. So I want to let people know that being a rapper, being an artist is not necessarily a one-person job. Like people look at artists and rappers as like, yo, oh, they're like you look at Drake, for instance, and you would just associate Drake with music. But honestly, rappers could be associated with education as well. And I feel like giving my name rapper with a degree shows that I'm very intelligent in other aspects of my life, but I'm also talented in music. And you could do that too. You could be talented in a bunch of different things. So the reason why I still go by that name is because I look at his degree as growth. Like I always use that emoji. I always use the emoji, the graduation cap as growth. And I'm a person that I'm very resilient. Like I go through things and I always get out on the other side of it, no matter what. And that's why I want to push to my art, like my fan base, resiliency.
Would you say growth?
Yeah.
Is it more like a chapter being closed, maybe? Cause then you read a book and then going on to the next chapter, and after chapter finishes, that's the graduation. That's just great. So
So I
want to put my thoughts on you, but that's I see that. I understand what you're saying. It's like as growth.
Mental health.
Yeah.
So you stated prior that, your mom knew you had a mental health condition. Yeah. Do you like to speak freely about that?
Yeah. I'm very open about it.
Yeah. So were you diagnosed, or may I ask with what?
So I got chronic anxiety disorder. So I was diagnosed with that when I was like 10. So I used to literally be in school and be sick every single day, like because of my anxiety. And my mom would have to come pick me up. And I went through a lot. Like I went to the hospital in and out, and then I got diagnosed with it. I used to take medication at first, but then my mom was scared that I'd get addicted to it and I would have to depend on it. So my mom taught me techniques, because my mom deals with anxiety too. It's not chronic, like she doesn't take pills or anything for it, but she deals with it too. And she helped me get through it.
So what were some of the symptoms that you were having?
From anxiety?
Yeah, like
symptoms suck. Like literally you be nauseous, you be sick to your stomach, you can't eat, you have headaches, you would have irritability. What else I deal with? Sometimes you have insomnia, sometimes you literally have mood swings. It's a lot. Like people think that anxiety is just like, oh bro, just don't think about it. Bro, sometimes it's so bad that I wouldn't even be in a panic. Like nothing will be bothering me and I would still just feel anxious. And I'm like, yo, I feel like this. And it's something that you really got to train yourself to be like, yo, I'm good. Let me relax. Let me drink a cup of water. Let me think happy thoughts. Let me listen to music. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I also suffer from anxiety, and some of my triggers are like presenting.
Yeah.
When I used to sing and I had to go on stage, it will just come out and I couldn't control it. So what were some of your triggers?
So my triggers is like if I ever feel like I can't escape. So like, let's say for example, I get on a plane, I will get anxious. I'll be anxiety because I'm like, if I'm on a plane, I can't just walk to my room. I can't go in a place where nobody can see me. Or sometimes even driving, people I drive all the time. I'm always the driver. And people don't know, sometimes in my mind, I'm having a panic attack. I'm like, yo, damn, I gotta relax right now. And it's like, I go through these things and I deal with them mentally and nobody knows. And it's like, yo, that's how I know I'm strong. I always tell myself yo, bro, you're mad strong, bro. You literally went through that today and you still good right now. And you having fun with your friends. And it's like, sometimes it's like I'm not even gonna lie. Sometimes I tear up because I'm like, yo, damn, I'm really strong. God really gave me the power to really get through this and be resilient. So I literally have to be an advocate for this. Like, I can't just live my life. I have to let people know, like, yo, you could do this. Because I know there's people out there where they succumb to this. Like, they literally be like, oh, I can't do this no more. They suicide or they turn to drugs. It's just like, nah, yo. Like,
do you take time, like do you take breaks, like, to, like, get your thoughts together and everything? Like,
yeah,
how does that look like when you taking your, like, when you're in your head and you're, like, taking your breaks? Like, how does, like, what happens in that?
So, usually, sometimes I would write. Like, I'll just write how I'm feeling. You put, like, I forgot, I think my brother told me this. He says, when you put things down on paper, they become real. So they might be in here, but once you put them down on paper, they become real. And you could look at it and you could really realize the realism of it. Because a lot of times our mind gets pessimistic and our mind gets optimistic. But sometimes you got to be realistic about things. Like, yeah, I feel this way, but is this me making up things in my head, or is this really real? And a lot of the times it's you literally making up things in your head. So I feel like when you write it down and you really learn it and you understand it, it stops and prevents it in the future of happening, because you know your mind's already trained, like, nah, I'm good. So over time it gets better.
Nah, that's great. And you know, I gotta commend you for even talking about it, because I even think with artists, I think a lot of artists probably go through the same thing. Yeah, bro. And now in these days, a lot of artists don't do interviews. So for you to really sit here and actually talk about it and, like, what's really going on, I think you're really gonna shed a light on this. Yeah. You know, so it's really a good thing that you're talking about it.
Yeah. So I know you're from Canarsie. You know, Canarsie is not the same at all. At all. So I grew up in Flatbush, you know, not too far away from Kings County, and I had friends that live in Canarsie, and I was always jealous of you guys because it was, you know, it was the suburbs to us. Yeah. You know. But now that Canarsie is changing, how does that affect you as a person that's a part of this community? You know?
Affects me, honestly?
Yeah. How does it affect you? Especially with the gun violence that's happening, you know, having a police on every corner. How does that affect you?
I'm not gonna lie. So this is a very emotional subject I'm about to touch on. So 2020, July, I had actually lost one of my longtime friends to gun violence.
My condolences.
Yeah, thank you. And I'm not gonna lie, that changed me crazy. Like, after that, I fell into a deep depression. Like, me and Rufy used to be going crazy with the music, like, every single week, every single second. Like, we talking about back and forth, giving each other ideas. But ever since my bro passed away, he used to support my music crazy. Like, he was like another Rufy. Like, he used to be like, yo, we gonna get in the stool one day and all of that. And after he passed away, I got super depressed. And the depression lasted literally over a year. Like, I feel myself finally getting out of that depression. 2021, I was depressed the whole year. Like, I slacked on my music. I slacked on my music videos. It was like it felt like a job to do my music. Before, it was like fun. Like, it's like, yo, I'm gonna go out there and put myself out there. Now it felt like, yo, Rufy want to go to the studio. I'm like, damn, I gotta go to the studio. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. I used to be like, yo, let's go to the studio. Now I'm like, damn, I gotta go to the studio Saturday. Yeah. And it's like, yo, I realized that the environment is changing. Like, he was a good soul. Like, he was a loving person. He didn't do nothing to nobody. He didn't deserve what happened to him. And, like, seeing that happen kind of scared me. It made me realize, like, yo, damn, do I really want to put myself out there? Do I really want to put myself in these positions and put myself in a position to possibly get killed or things like that? And I started thinking negative. I'm like, yo, damn, like, even when Pop Smoke passing away, I'm like, yo, think about all the Brooklyn artists. Think about the history of Brooklyn artists and, like, what really happens to them. Either they end up in jail, dead, killed, or, like, or something weird happens. Like, even 6ix9ine, like, it's just like, Brooklyn is hard to really make it and stay relevant. Even Smooth L, like, I'm just like, yo, pessimistic, but I realize you can't let none of that bother you.
But I think it's lyrical too, because, like,
true, it's what, like, you're talking about.
Yeah, it's what you're talking about. And, you know, no knock on these artists, you know what I'm saying? You know, they're talented in what they do, but you gotta, you know, you kind of have to live what you rap. Yeah,
rap what you saw.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? If that's the lifestyle that you're rapping about, then you have to walk around with a bulletproof vest on. Exactly. You know, if you can stay positive in your music, and but music is emotional, so if you're feeling, you're not always gonna feel positive. Word. Right? And if you know, keep it a buck, you know, but you learn how to channel channel that and, you know, create music with a message, I think you would have, it'd be a little bit easier for you.
Yeah, true.
But granted, you're still from Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying?
Where we still gotta,
and you're from Canarsie.
yeah,
That's right.
that's true.
You know, like E said, like, you know, there's a lot of things going on in Canarsie too now. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, you know, watch your back and everything.
Word.
But you just gotta be smart about what comes out your mouth.
Mm-hmm. It's a fact.
Words are powerful. You know what I'm saying? They powerful. So yeah, so back to the question. What would you say about, like, you know, Canarsie as far as like the stuff that is going on there now, like with, you know, crime and everything?
I think it made me more focused. It made me realize that the hood is not where I want to stay. You know, I want to expand. And I feel like even with the violence that been going on, it stems from like what they're seeing or what they feel like the path they got to take. So I feel like it does start with the mental part of it. It does start with the homes, and it does start with even the music and the messages that people see. And I feel like violence is going up. Drill music been popping crazy. Violence is going up. So I'm like, yo, let's get back into the lovey-dovey songs from the 2000s. Let's get back into all of those good tracks that we used to really like. Everybody used to be at a barbecue bumping and blasting. It's like, that's the type of music I'm trying to make. I'm not trying to make no harsh music. Like, I get it. You could make your harsh music. I'm not knocking it, but it's like, yo, let's get back to glorifying the great tracks nowadays. I feel like the tracks that really gonna be here today and here tomorrow, not the tracks that's gonna be here today and gone in 2 weeks. Like,
what's your top 5 love songs from the 90s?
I gotta get it.
You said it. I mean,
nah, I'm not gonna lie. What's Love is one of my favorite songs ever. Nah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's hard to choose. Like, I listen to
the first 5 that come to your head.
Damn. Yeah, you put me on the spot. Hold on. Oh man, hold on. Let me go on my phone real quick. Let me go on my phone. I gotta really let y'all know.
That shit is whack.
I got a lot of songs that I listen to. Top 5.
It don't gotta be top 5, but it got like.
I love Foolish by Ashanti.
Okay.
Yo, What's Love? Hold on. I'm drawing blanks right now. What's going on?
What's Love? That's
what? Wait, Fat Joe?
Fat Joe, yeah.
So you got 2 Ashanti songs.
Yeah, I love Ashanti crazy.
Okay.
What you saying, son? You trying to...
Yo, Ashanti, what's the... Nah,
I'm like, damn, I'm like 2 Ashanti songs?
Yo,
If your third one's Ashanti, then you
nah.
you might as well just say the album.
Damn. I'm drawing blank. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. My favorite rapper, I know I said my favorite rapper right now is Jay Critch. My favorite rapper all time though is 50 Cent. 50
really?
Cent is crazy. My cancer brother, man. Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Nah, 50 Cent, nah, yo. Damn.
Hold up. So 21 questions.
21 questions is probably one of my favorite songs ever.
Oh yeah.
Literally, I literally posted on Twitter the other day. I was like, I need somebody that could remake that beat. 21 questions, so I could put it on TTP.
Maybe I think you should get a guitarist to play the strings.
Yeah, like that would be crazy.
I think we shouldn't have said that. We might have to edit that. Oh, yeah. Somebody gonna take that. Somebody gonna take that from you. So.
Nah, I'm gonna do that before this drop. Before this drop, I'm gonna definitely do that. Don't worry about that. I like "Let Me Love You" by Mario. I go crazy too.
Okay, ladies.
See, I told you, I'm a romantic.
I'm putting you out there. You know what I'm saying? My son Swaggy, he out here. Yeah. Are you looking for somebody, or you got something?
Damn. No comment.
Okay.
No comment on that one.
All right, ladies, you heard that. He said
no comment on that one.
Damn, son. I hope you don't have a lady, because if she...
Let's keep it like that.
Yeah, but that's what's up. So, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm going to bring you back home. So you are a Black man.
Mm-hmm.
You are a Black man with a Jamaican background.
Mm-hmm.
You're a rapper. You're educated in the sense of you have a degree. You know, you're from Canarsie. You are advocating mental health. What is a legacy? What legacy do you want to leave with your audience? Like, who is Swaggy Jo?
Yeah, that's a good one.
I want them to say Swaggy Jo is a handsome, wonderful, great human being that cares about his people and his fans and his family. He's just a rider. Like, he's always gonna be there for you to the end of time, to the day I'm gone. And even when I'm gone, I'm gonna still be there for you, honestly, because I'm gonna keep grinding, not only for myself, but I'm gonna keep grinding for others. And like, the legacy I want people to really, I want to leave is like, yo, he was that nigga, literally. That was the nigga. Like, I miss that nigga. Like, that's the legacy I want, type shit.
That's what's up, man. I really do appreciate you coming to the store.
Thank you.
And there you have it, man. Swaggy Jo.
Yo.
You know, it was a blessing to even have you here, bro.
Thank you, bro. So, appreciate you.
And like we will always say, you are loved and respected. You are loved and respected here at Brooklyn Basement. I don't know why you like touching buttons.
You are now entering Monty's Way.
So my son Bando popping out to New York City today. We got a spot, got an event going on. Hopefully he can hang.
Well, let's hope they can keep up with the lingo.
Hopefully, we gon' see.
I'm from New York, so it's Yankees on my fitted. I put the prosper on the back, cause I'm winning, yeah. She love my swag, she be buying on my lingo. Me, I do it for the city, my amigo. I know these niggas want me dead, so I lay low. Money conversations, if you broke, you should say so. Niggas say they friends on the low, they be hang though. Niggas know that they will get exposed if they play, bro.
I'm smoking fuego, got that thing on my hip, I call it case closed. I stay low, I'm stacking pesos. Tell me what you need, I got it for you. I'm smoking on the dope while I'm recording. When it rains, you know it's pouring. They know me round the world like I was touring. Spanish mommy, I'm exploring. I was down and it never made no sense. My heart is in it and I got no regrets. I'm in New York and I'm hot like the Jets. I fucked your bitch and she told me you neglect her. Oh, that's your girl and she begging for sex. I'm about it, she can come to the crib. Taking risks cause I know this life is written. Around the way, I just keep the product shifting.
I'm from New York, so it's Yankees on my fitted. I put the prosper on the back, cause I'm winning, yeah. She love my swag, she be buying on my lingo. Me, I do it for the city, my amigo. I know these niggas want me dead, so I lay low. Money conversations, if you broke, you should say so. Niggas say they friends on the low, they be hang though. Niggas know that they will get exposed if they play, bro. So let them play, bro. Niggas talking shit, so we give them a halo. I'm collecting calls, but this ain't from no payphone. Music gave my all, cause that's what saved my life. And I took some chances, like I'm rolling dice. And I like my Henny straight, but put that shit on ice. I dropped a couple friends, I made that sacrifice. And I will never spend if I can't buy it twice. Now I'm thanking God for the life that I live. I just lost my brother, I'm up nice in the crib. So I got that thing on me. When I ride, we ain't riding holy. Ducking from the cops, what I got, keep it low-key. I'ma grab my way to the top, you can't hold me. I'ma let you hear what I got, just on all day. You know that time be money. I'm from New York, so it's Yankees on my fitted. I put the prosper on the back, cause I'm winning, yeah. She love my swag, she be buying on my lingo. Me, I do it for the city, my amigo. I know these niggas want me dead, so I lay low. Money conversations, if you broke, you should say so. Niggas say they friends on the low, they be hang though. Niggas know that they will get exposed if they play, bro.
Girl, you know me. I'm outside in the AMG. Right outside. DUT, that's all I'm saying.